All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
That's it, baby. We got to work. Set. 3 T. Alert. Watch one. Check 3.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the shit. He's checking. Alert. Check 50.
They'll run with Allen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey, watch it. Check 43.
On first down, Allen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Big 31. Check 3.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Watch the run. Hey, 55. Check your hot read. Hey, 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Foster, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Haywood. 5-4. Mike's 5-4. I'm Coming after you.
Ready? On first down, Gunn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, exit. Check right, 54. Now. 54. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. 54. Go.
Looking to throw. Gunn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Shoot.
Back to throw. Gunn. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check nickel.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Talk about nice hit, boy.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Alert!
Out of the gun, Watson flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Lenzik, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Look at me. Go.
Texans 7, Broncos nothing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, that's scared. That's scared.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And some room to maneuver. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 70 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 52. Down, he's coming. SOS. Bang, bang. 26. Bang, bang.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We got Mike 50, huh? Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, 31. That's it. Mike's 50. Strip the. Hey, 31. Strip that ball. Kill. Keep it hard.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. You. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the blood. Go. Watch the blood. Go. Hey, wahoo. Now.
On 3rd down, Gunn. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going with Lindsey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Pilot, 64, weak.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check. 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 He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
18 Gator. Hey, Sam off. Hey, Delta. Get it.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
High 7.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey.
Watch Mike.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Gunn. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Back. Check 24. Check 9. I got you, baby. I got you.
After the interception, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Let him know. Kill. At 55. Check 37.
Throwing again is Watson. Just keeping the play alive. And this one complete to Will Fuller. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Motion. Switch. Check the backer.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Von Miller, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
There you go. Hatchet. Switch. Switch gears, switch gears.
Watson. Now he's flushed out left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Alert! 19! Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 6 guys! Check 6 guys! Check. 24! Check hot left. Hot. Shift. Jim. 29, 25. Check. Watch the twist. 25.
Watson to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll go again with Lindsey.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is the tight end Fant. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
50, plant.
Coming this way, here we go. 36.
On first down, it's Lindsey. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
54. You got to step it up. Check safety. Check. First down. 9 to go.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 4.
From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's Foster. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check. Under 10. 10. 125. 9 to go.
On first down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 51 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. He returns the kickoff and even 90 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw, Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Watson on third down. And a throw right sideline is complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
57 to Mike. 59.
Watson on first down. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's how we do, D.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Allen, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. taking it in from the 20, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's got the first down and more inside the 40, and all the way down to the 33-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark 54.
Ready?
Here's Lindsey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Quickstone, grab it. Go.
On 2nd down now, it's Morgan, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ready? 60 out long. Check. You draw Parker.
Right back to him on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Set. 18 Gator.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. 5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. From the left hash, this from 34. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now. 55. 5.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the money.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Let's go.
On 4th down. Gunn. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. And this Texans defense stands tall. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Allen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second and 11 now. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
I don't think you got it, son. Watch the safety creep. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Another run by Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Pick your game up. Hey, over. 52. Mike 52. Go. 552. Mike 52.
Looking to throw. Gunn. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Rush in.
Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight dog. Shit. 54. 57's right. Watch the curl. 54. Wide. Get wide.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Now a give, right side. It's Allen, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. First throw in OT for Watson. Open man here is Foster. That one a first down pickup of 8. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Watson with a give to Miller. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Titans on Ringo. 31. 3 down. Check. 3 down. Mike's 50.
Here's Watson. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, D. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. In the car. Check. Showing it. He's crashing.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Foster. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 24 down, he's coming. Check. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. And he's going to 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't. Force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is it. 19. Watch the screen. Hey, 59. Off. Mike 50. Switch up. Here we go. 50.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He's coming. We got double up. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
You're set. 19. Record. Pick the edge. Come. 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
Line up. Hey, 55. Check nine. Kill. Hey, 55. Check 37. 59. Joker. Switch. Line up, go.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal.
Coming to you. Hey, Mike's 50. No chance. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
26.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Hey, alert. Hey, 54.
Switch.
Line up, go.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. Now he'll escape to his left. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now it's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Gunn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, Gunn. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. A gut-wrenching moment, but he's able to bang it through from long distance. And they match an earlier OT field goal with one of their own.
Brandon McManus to kick off
right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. To throw again. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Exit, exit.
On 4th down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Focus, defense, focus. Jim. Put him down. 50's the mark. Know your job. Let him go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Check pass. Alert. Oh, Trot. Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Watson operating from the gun. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54. 59. 36.
Now it's Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. 2 minutes to go in overtime. We will keep playing if we need to. We are all tied up. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Slam. Check safety. Check
59. 54. Check 4.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.